I didn't panic right away. And that's probably the scariest part. If something like this happened during the day, maybe I would have laughed it off. But it was late. One of those nights where everything feels slightly off for no clear reason. I was on my couch, half lying, half sitting, scrolling through my phone without actually reading anything. Netflix was playing in the background. Some show I didn't care about, just noise to keep my thoughts quiet. I remember checking the time because my eyes felt heavy. 12:46 a.m. That's when I heard it. A vibration. Short. Soft. Familiar. My phone's vibration. I glanced at the coffee table in front of me. My phone was right there. Screen dark. No movement. For a second, I honestly thought my brain just imagined it. You know how that happens when you're tired. Then it happened again. This time, there was no doubt. The vibration didn't come from the table. It came from the hallway. I frowned and muted the TV. The sudden silence made the apartment feel bigger. Emptier. Okay, I said out loud, mostly to convince myself. Probably the neighbors. Old building. Thin walls. Sounds travel weird at night. Still. I stayed quiet and listened. Nothing. No footsteps. No doors. Just the low hum of the fridge and the faint sound of traffic far outside. Then, buzz. Longer this time. Closer. I stood up slowly, feeling kind of stupid for being cautious. Like I was overreacting to nothing. The sound came from the bathroom. I stopped in front of the door and waited. I don't know what I expected. Another vibration? A sound? Nothing happened. I reached for the handle and pushed. The door open. Empty bathroom. Lights off. Mirror reflecting darkness. I was about to turn around when my phone vibrated again. In my pocket. That made my stomach drop a little. I pulled it out and checked the screen. No notifications. No missed calls. No messages. I stared at it, confused, when I heard it. Another vibration. Not from my pocket. Behind me. From the bedroom. This one sounded deliberate. Steady. Like someone wasn't calling by accident. They were waiting. I didn't move right away. My body felt tense, like it was bracing for something. Then I told myself I was being ridiculous and walked into the bedroom. I froze. Right there, in the middle of my bed, was my old phone. The one I stopped using months ago. Cracked screen. Back panel chipped. The battery barely held a charge even. Back then. I was sure it was dead. Yet the screen was glowing. A message appeared. Why are you acting like I'm not here? My hands started shaking. Not dramatically. Just enough that I noticed and hated it. I hadn't charged that phone. I hadn't even taken it out of the drawer in weeks. Another message appeared before I could think. I don't like being ignored. I stood there, staring at the screen, my brain racing through explanations. Some glitch. Some delayed message. Some stupid prank I didn't understand yet. Without really thinking, I typed back. How are you doing this? The reply came instantly. I never stopped. That sentence hit harder than I expected. The room felt wrong after that. Not darker. Not colder. Just heavier. Like the air itself was pressing in. I looked around the bedroom. Closet closed. Door locked. Window shut. Everything normal. Then my real phone buzzed. I looked down. New notification. A message. From my own number. It said, "Don't turn around." I actually laughed. A short, nervous laugh that sounded fake even to me. "This isn't funny," I muttered. I turned around anyway. Nothing. The room looked exactly the same. When I faced the bed again, the cracked phone lit up. "You always do that," it said. "Even when you shouldn't." My heart was pounding now. Not racing, pounding. Slow and heavy. I grabbed the old phone and flipped it over. No SIM card. I pulled the back off. The battery was swollen and half out. There was no way this thing should be working. Another message appeared. "You don't remember the last night, do you?" That made me pause. What last night? I typed. The dots appeared. Disappeared. Appeared again. "The one you promised you'd forget." My mouth felt dry. I sat down on the edge of the bed, trying to steady my breathing. "This is some kind of joke," I typed. "Who is this?" The reply took longer this time. Long enough for the silence to get uncomfortable. "I'm the part you left behind." I swallowed hard. My phone buzzed again. This time, the new phone. Another message from my own number. "You shouldn't have thrown me away." That's when something clicked. A memory I hadn't thought about in months. A night where I woke up on my couch with a splitting headache. My phone smashed on the floor. No clear memory of what happened. I told myself I dropped it. That I was just drunk. That nothing else mattered. The cracked phone buzzed again. "You said I was the problem," it read. "You said I was ruining things." My chest felt tight. "What do you want?" I typed. There was a long pause. Then, "To stay." The lights flickered. Just once. Enough to make my heart jump. I stood up so fast the chair scraped loudly across the floor. "I'm done," I said out loud. "I'm turning this off." Another message appeared. "You already tried that." I rushed to the drawer and grabbed the charger. My hands were clumsy, fingers slipping as I tried to plug it in. Before I could, the screen went dark. Both phones went silent. The apartment felt unbearably quiet. I stood there for a long time, waiting for something else to happen. Nothing did. I didn't sleep that night. I sat on the couch with the lights on until morning. At sunrise, I packed a bag. I didn't think. Didn't plan. I just left. I threw the old phone into a trash can 3 blocks away. Changed my number that same day. Moved cities within a month. For a while, everything felt normal again. Until one night, months later, lying in bed. Lights off. Phone on the table. I heard a vibration. And this time, it came from inside my head.